Sofia Coppola is unique. Her films focus on female subjectivities and kind of explore the initial stereotypes of women to then discover real people and the deeper emotions behind them. Priscilla is no different, as it follows the romance between Priscilla and Elvis Presley, as she experiences the highs and lows of romance with a rock star. I'd describe the film as sensory, magnetic, and at times explosive. I'll get into this. A good point of comparison is another of Sofia Coppola's films, Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette came out in 2006 and follows Kirsten Dunst as the infamous French queen. Both films share characteristics in their stylization and plot, as they follow women in privileged positions of power, yet simultaneously trapped. First, there was Jason Schwartzman and Kirsten Dunst as Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Then came Jacob Elordi and Kaylee Spaney as Elvis and Priscilla Presley. After all, at the end of the day, fame and royalty aren't that different. Elvis Presley was called the king, whilst Louis XVI was the literal king. We can see that both films magnify the experience of women inside of these institutions. Along the way we see the joy, but also the pain and the anguish of being stuck inside these institutions. However, Priscilla is much more contemporary by documenting Priscilla Presley's life from the 1950s to the 1970s. Yet it's very much a loose documentation of this period of time in Priscilla's life. We can see this as it leans back into the aestheticism that's symptomatic of Sofia Coppola's films, where the set decoration becomes a character within itself. Lipstick, eyelashes, hair dye, hairspray, pistols, and even a 1963 Chevrolet Corvair, she had everything she wanted. Or should I say, what Elvis wanted her to have. Spaney gives a great central performance as Priscilla. For the most part, she keeps her anger contained and reserved, but in brief moments lets it emerge in explosions. She conducts her performance mostly through micro-expressions, whilst Jacob Elordi conducts his performance in a more bombastic approach, being more overt with his mannerisms. What I particularly enjoyed about Priscilla was how much it differed from the Baz Luhrmann film. In Priscilla, we get to see a completely different side to Elvis, a side that's not that much explored in Elvis, a more sinister side. Priscilla's perspective is much more personal, yet filtered through her experience at Graceland. We start the film seeing Priscilla as Elvis's dirty little secret that he goes to when he gets lonely, but then see as her character grows and progresses into a mature woman. The cinematography is beautiful, and the soundtrack is note perfect. Crucially, we receive scenes in front of cameras and also behind closed doors, showing us the dichotomy of Priscilla's life. We're deeply anchored with Priscilla as the outsider who we're tethered to in this experience. Spaney's performance gives us a point of reference of how to feel at every point in time. Somewhere to come back to when we forget what's happening in the mess of fame and power. What I liked was how Priscilla became unashamedly claustrophobic. We didn't feel the need to follow Elvis on his exploits, as we stayed with Priscilla and felt her unhappiness. Therefore, Baz Luhrmann's epic and Sofia Coppola's Gem would make great companion pieces. You could watch Elvis's rise to fame and power and money and success, but then come back to the central heart of what he left behind in Priscilla's life. Overall, Priscilla was a great film, and one I'd happily return to in the future. I'd give Priscilla an 8 out of 10 for its sensory moments and magnetic performances. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.